Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new review here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinnerberg, and today I'm reviewing The Babysitter Killer Queen, which is the 3-year sequel to The Babysitter, which came out in 2017. The film really is about, once again, our lead character, Judah Lewis, returns as Cole. The movie takes place 2 years after the events of the original film. Basically, as they reference in the movie, very like Terminator 2, like, everyone thinks Cole is crazy because Cole says he experienced all this stuff and no one saw it, so no one believes that all this cult stuff. So people think he's insane, that he needs to go to this psychiatric high school, blah, 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 blah. Then he goes on to go out for the weekend with we thought was possibly his love from the first movie, Melanie, who returns, played by Emily Ann Lind. And she says, you can go with me or you can go with your parents to the psychiatric place. So he goes with her, and that's when all the stuff ensues. Returning characters come back like Bella Thorne, Robbie Amell, King Batch. And we have a Babysitter sequel directed by Mick G. Welcome back, guys. Before I start my actual review of this film, leave a comment down below in the comment section. That's a great way to support the channel. Tell me, first of all, have you seen The Babysitter Killer Queen? If you have, let me know in the comment section down below. And also let me know which one you thought was better, the first one or this one. Also, if you haven't seen this movie, tell me if you're excited. And if you've seen the first movie, how excited are you for the second one? So leading into this movie, I didn't really know what to expect. I did really enjoy the first movie. It's not amazing or anything, but I think it was a pleasant surprise for Netflix at the time. Netflix wasn't really doing those original films every week like it is doing now. At the point of The Babysitter 1 coming out. So it was a big hit at the time, and they did have a post-credit scene setting up a sequel. So here is the sequel. I kind of found out like a month ago this movie was even coming out. Then it dropped a trailer 2 weeks ago, and that has been it for the movie. So I was kind of nervous. Wasn't really promoting a movie that had a great hit for Netflix a couple of years ago. And it brings back most of the cast from the first one. Judah Lewis has grown up now into high school after being a really small kid, 12-year-old in the first one. He's now basically 15, 16 years old here. And again, most of the returning characters are back. Jenna Ortega is the new character. She's Phoebe. She's like the too cool for school, weird type of character. And she kind of steals the movie for me, to be honest with you. She really is the best part of the movie. When you actually get her character arc towards the end of the movie, I think the first, I was kind of nervous, like, ooh, this might not be the character for me when she pops on screen, but then she continues to pop on screen throughout the rest of the movie, and she does a very good job in her role, and she has really good chemistry with Judah Lewis, who's back in the lead role. This movie, again, I really enjoyed the first one. This movie doubles down on how much violence and how much comedy there was, and how extremely unrealistic the movie is, and it goes up to times that by 100. This movie tries to have, you thought the kills in the first one were good, here are some more kills, and this movie tries to go for bigger, more ridiculous, comedic kills than the first movie, which I was all down for. This movie, more than the first, in my opinion, knows exactly what it is. It's a kid trying to survive a cult, a blood for Satan cult, and that's what the movie is. And it does take a little bit to get into the actual Babysitter movie. Just like the first one, there's a bit of like the first 20, 30 minutes of the movie is just kind of exposition on where our character is right now. And then boom, once you get into the story, boom, the movie just does not stop. And really the movie is not boring at all. Just like the first one, it's kind of a breeze. It's an hour 41 minute with credits. So it's a really fast-paced movie that really knows what it is. I think Judah Lewis is fine in the lead role. I haven't really seen him in anything else but these two Babysitter films. I think he's solid in the role. The returning cast I'll bring up here as well. Melanie was really good. I think way better than she was in the first one in this one. I think King Batch was an improvement over. He did a better job in this one. He had funnier jokes in this movie. Bella Thorne was in it. Robbie Amell he had the funniest jokes in my opinion. I was laughing the most at Robbie Amell as well. The main difference between this one and the second one was the fact that the parents are really involved in this one. If you remember back to the first one, they're played by Ken Marino and Leslie Bibb. they leave. They have one scene the whole movie, and they're just leaving the home. That's how we get the whole movie, because the parents are leaving Cole by himself. But this movie, Cole's not. He just leaves them to go to this lake. Doesn't mean the parents still don't want to track down their child. So Ken Marino, Leslie Bibb, and Chris Wilde, who plays Melanie's dad, are basically all in the mix in this movie, and I didn't really enjoy that. Now, I do really like Ken Marino, who feels like he's popping up in every Netflix movie, and Leslie Bibb, but this movie focused way too much on the parents, that at points there were some scenes I was like, why keep that in the movie? Like, it doesn't change anything about the movie. It wasn't funny. The whole jokes is that both dads are getting high with each other, and Leslie Bibb's not happy about it. It just didn't really help the movie at all, and it kind of took you out of the movie until they brought your favorite characters back on screen. And I was kind of disappointed that they made I'm fine if you want to bring the parents involved. And again, the whole point is that their parents believe that their son is nuts because of what he said he experienced in the first movie, with Samara Weaving's babysitter character. She's believed to be dead in this one by multiple characters. So again, this movie definitely goes for the comedy once again. My main issue is, again, with the movie, at times, a lot of the jokes do fall flat more than the first one. This movie went for a lot more jokes, a lot more violence than the first one, which, again, I know some people out there are going to love this movie way more than the first one. But for me, I felt like the first movie was just way more focused of a story. This movie has a lot going on. They have to explain to you why these fraternity cast members who were dead in the first one are suddenly back. They have to introduce you basically to the parents, because they only got one scene of the parents in the first movie. And then they have Phoebe, who's a brand new character. There is a lot going on more in this movie, and because there actually isn't anyone babysitting in this movie, it doesn't really feel like a babysitter type film, because there's no babysitter. It's just our lead character Cole going on this journey with Phoebe to stop this cult, and it makes that. So I really do prefer the first movie as well. Now, I will say this: I did see the trailer for this a couple of weeks ago. I'm sorry if you saw this trailer, because it spoils a lot of the movie. So if you have not seen the trailer, good for you. Stay away from the trailer, because it does spoil a lot of big plot points. And I did rewatch the trailer after I watched the film, and it does spoil a lot. And a lot of the big reveals, a lot of, not the twist, but the big reveals that happen, especially in that third act, they actually slightly spoil in the trailer. So if you have seen the trailer, this movie is not gonna. It's gonna basically be the trailer, and I was kind of disappointed by that. The movie didn't surprise me as much as the first one, because the trailer, again, the first Babysitter trailer, you know exactly what movie it is, but the movie does have its surprises, and and you get more personal time with the characters. This movie, there's a lot more characters, and there's a lot more going on, that it kind of makes the movie annoying at times. And as I said, the trailer spoils way too much, in my opinion. It spoiled a lot of the movie. Again, I'm not here for I would love to do a spoiler review of this movie, because it's gonna be tough to talk about this movie for the rest of this review here without going into spoilers of big twists, reveals, whatever you want to say. I do want to also say, just like the first movie, this movie does have a mid-credit scene. So stay tuned for that. When you're watching this movie, stay for that mid-credit scene. It's only 30 seconds long, so definitely stay for that mid-credit scene. But as a whole, guys, I'm going to give the sequel to The Babysitter, Killer Queen, a 2.5 out of 5. It's a 52%. It's an average movie. The movie is fun, has fun characters in it, but there's a lot going on. These trailers spoiled most of the film. I wasn't surprised by anything that happened. But possibly, could this open up a sequel? I would love to see these characters again. And who knows if we get another one. Depends on how much of a hit this sequel is. This is already the third Netflix sequel, I believe, we've gotten this year. We've gone to All the Boys sequel. We've had the Kissing Booth sequel. Now we're getting the Babysitter sequel. But as I said, overall, I do believe that the first movie is easily the stronger of the two films. But tell me down below, once again, in the comment section, your thoughts of this film or the first one, and tell me what you think was the better film. Also, if you want me guys to go into a deep ending explained spoiler review of The Babysitter, the Killer Queen. You gotta let me know in the comments section down below. Also, the best way to support this channel is to share this video, like it, subscribe, and ring that bell for all the notifications. I'm gonna be busy this weekend, this Saturday, tomorrow, from 11 a.m. to noon Pacific time. You can check out me and Joe Baum. We're back live on air on YouTube. We'll be doing we're going to be ranking all of the X-Men films. We're very excited to do that. And then this Monday, as always, I'll be giving you my spoiler review of episode 5 of Lovecraft Country. More videos coming down the pipe here on Max Talks Movies. We'll see you guys next time.